we're here to talk about Cousin Chaddy?
Yes.
Why are we bringing up Cousin Chaddy?
She has apparently graduated high school and has a lot of dogs, and that has qualified her for the Fayetteville Public School Education Foundation Hall of Fame.
Did you get that name right?
No, I did not, but I got pretty close.
All right.
She started school. She was going 5 days a week, mornings at age 3. Watching her thrive in that environment and grow and reach out to the world in a greater way. I'd say I could just see fun. She was 3 months old when we got our first dog, a Great Dane that was gaining a half a pound a day, and by the time she started to walk, she learned to plant herself against the wall when Beowulf came thundering through the house. But they were good buds, and from then on, there had to be a dog. I introduced her to piano probably age 6, but by the time she was in high school, her focus changed to drill team. And so the music went to voice. Wherever she was, she'd just get involved with the school, the neighborhood, things outside the school, and she'd put herself into it. And that's who she is. The influence of her paternal grandparents, that were for all of us, but especially for Chaddy. They've made it clear to her, as well as her brothers, the importance of family, that you look out for each other and that you're always there for each other. She has taken that role in so many parts of her life, that you value those friendships, you value that family, and you look after them.
I didn't know Chaddy when she was young, so I didn't know any of the prison years or anything like that. She was working for some hippie organization in D.C. at the time, saved the seed cucumbers or something like that. And
World Wildlife Federation.
World Wildlife Federation. She's a bleeding heart. She cares about animals. She cares about people. So she was up there. I'm sure she was doing some volunteer service. They probably didn't even have to pay her to do it.
I had met Chaddy a number of times in the early 90s. She had graduated from Hendrix and had moved back to Northwest Arkansas. But the night that I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna hit it off really well, was when we were here at George's in the garden. We were here during happy hour with a couple of other friends. We were watching the band and thinking, we could do this, we could pull this off. Let's start a band. You can sing, you can play, I can play guitar. Oh my gosh. And at that point on, I was like, Chaddy and I, we got this. That was in 94. I mean, it's 30 years later and we're still playing music. She's the lead. She is the out front. She's really the leader of the band. And you can feel it between her and the audience. I mean, she just loves it. She's looking at them, talking to them, you know, just making them a part of the experience.
She was like 40 when she started it, so, you know, it's been a remarkable 30 years. You know, her husband, Charlie, and Charlie's the drummer in the band as well. And Charlie's a lot younger than Chaddy is. She's a cougar, and but I think they make a good couple.
A few years later, we were both working at KUAF at the same time. Chaddy raised so much money for KUAF. She built so many long-lasting relationships for that radio station as the membership director. Chaddy was the one that laid the groundwork for raising all the money to build KUAF's new building, which is now homed next to the Fayetteville Public Library. She always told us the dream of dog party. I mean, she told me that one of the first things I can remember about Chaddy was, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. And she did them all.
She came to me in 2004 and said, are you ready to retire from teaching? And I said, well, I've got to have something to do, so what do you have in mind? This was a whole new concept in the dog care business, period. And we were learning what we could and making our own decisions. And so it has become the premier facility in Northwest Arkansas. Year after year, we get the best of the best. She spends a goodly portion of a day doing the free trials. And that means she works with the dog individually and watches how it reacts to her. And then she'll bring other dogs, primarily her own dogs, in to see what their reaction is to this dog. And she trusts her dog's reaction.
Anybody that spends that much time with dogs all day long, you can't be wired right. You're a dog person, aren't you?
I am.
And but that she has found a way to make a living to her entire family is commendable.
Chaddy was so blessed with amazing friends and family, but she really learned from a very young age from her mom, from her dad, from her grandparents about giving back and being a part of the community. But she follows through and she makes things happen.
You wouldn't think of it, but Chaddy's a joiner, you wouldn't think of Chaddy and the old traditional Rotary Club, but she fit right in and took over a leadership role.
Yes.
She's just as bossy as ever, and really, did a good job as president. She wasn't impeached.
She was not impeached.
I will say
No.
that she was not impeached. I'll admit, she's a people person. She's very outgoing. She does take care about the community. She cares about Fayetteville so much that she put her business in Tiny Town. I think the most remarkable thing about Chaddy, as I said before, is she's a joiner. She, this day and age, people don't join things. And she's just the opposite. She's going to leap in and start doing things.
It is with great pride that I announce the 2023 inductee honoree for the Fayetteville Hall of Honor is Chaddie Kumpe Platt.